All the Dharma masters and lotus friends, Namo Amituofo. According to Master Jingzong, there are 4 ways to deal with distracting thoughts during Amitabha-recitation. So how should a practitioner deal with distracting thoughts and a scattered mind during Amitabha-recitation? Master Jingzong answers, when such thoughts arise during recitation, remember 4 points. Number 1, don't be anxious. Number 2, don't be afraid. Number 3, be joyful. Number 4, learn to redirect the mind. Number 1, don't be anxious. It is unrealistic to expect distracting thoughts to disappear all at once. For countless lifetimes, we have allowed the mind to wander. Letting go of these habits is far more difficult than quitting smoking, drinking, or drugs. That's precisely why we recite Amitabha's name and rely on the power of his Primal Vow to attain rebirth. If we rely on our own effort to purify the mind, we will never escape samsara's suffering. Number 2, don't be afraid. Having wandering thoughts is simply the natural condition of ordinary beings. Every ordinary being is full of such thoughts. Those are the very people that Amitabha vows to save. Since Amitabha assures us that anyone who recites his name will attain rebirth, what real harm do these thoughts pose? Once we understand this, we stop fearing them, and they settle. If we are afraid of them, they actually grow stronger and feel even more overwhelming. Number 3, be joyful. Why should we rejoice when we notice that our mind is filled with distracting thoughts during recitation? Because recognizing how persistent these thoughts are shows that practices relying on self-power, such as cultivating precepts, meditation, and wisdom, are not working. We can only rely on the other power of Amitabha by reciting his name, and Amitabha's deliverance is meant precisely for people like us. A doctor treats the sick, not the healthy. Since I'm the one with distracting thoughts and a scattered mind, am I not exactly the person Amitabha wishes to embrace? If I were already a sage, free from such thoughts, the Buddha would not need to be concerned about me. Realizing this, I clearly fit the very purpose of Amitabha's vows. How could I not rejoice? Furthermore, the fact that we notice our many distracting thoughts when we recite is itself a sign that Amitabha is already embracing us. Before reciting, we might not even be aware of how scattered our minds are. It is like the shadows of trees at night. Without moonlight, we cannot see them. The brighter the moon, the darker the shadows appear. Because we recite Amitabha's name, the Buddha's light illuminates our minds and reveals our wandering thoughts. This shows that his compassionate light has already reached us. Number 4, learn to redirect the mind. Whenever we notice a distracting thought, we simply let it go and return to reciting Namo Amituofo. It is like looking at the dark shadows of trees in the moonlight. The more we stare at them, the darker they seem. But if we turn our gaze to the bright moon above and delight in soft breeze brushing our face, our hearts immediately feel open and at ease. This is what the sutra means by single-minded recitation. Let wandering thoughts come and go, Do not fight them. Just turn toward Amitabha and recite his name. The thoughts will arise and fade on their own. There's no need to force them away. Ultimately, the issue is that we cannot fully accept our own ordinary nature and simply entrust ourselves to Amitabha, reciting his name exclusively and single-mindedly. If we understand that having distracting thoughts is natural for ordinary beings, just as having eyes and a nose is natural, we will stop treating them as something foreign to our body that must be eliminated. Treating them like this would only add confusion on top of confusion. As the saying goes, the world is originally without trouble. Only fools trouble themselves. In the same way, we can say Amitabha-recitation is originally without difficulty. Only the foolish make it difficult. From Amitabha's side, there are no obstacles and no conditions at all. All the limitations come from us, from our self-imposed rules and expectations, which only disturb our minds and make the practice seem far more complicated than it really is. This article is translated by the Pure Land School translation team and edited by Householder 14. Namo Amituofo.